Hello there. This is Tina the Thrifta-haulic, and I'm coming to you today on this kind of smoky day from the Canadian wildfires. I'm come back from a church sale, that 50-cent sale that I go to, and I would love to share with you what I got. There were some things that were very, very exciting. Um, So I will just jump into it and give you an idea of what I bought. You know that everything was pretty much 50 cents a piece. And if I've researched it already, what I think it will sell for or why I picked it up. And just so you know, I am located in Pennsylvania in the Lehigh Valley, and I enjoy thrifting so much that I turned it into this side business, and I'm really loving every second of it. And if you would love to see more of this, enjoy what you see, please like the video and subscribe to the channel so you can see more. And I guess that's all I have to say about that. So please like and subscribe. All right, let's get rolling. So this I actually found at the very end, and it is a Michael Kors. It was under all of this like linens and stuff. A lot of times the handbags are put in right next to the linens, and by the time I get to the linen section, everything is blown all over the place. So this was buried deep at the very bottom against the table, and it's in awesome condition. The tags are still in here, but I don't think that necessarily means that it hasn't been used, because there is quite a bit of wear on these handles. So I'm hoping that I could change out the handles. You see that? The handle straps kind of buckle on either side. So this piece, I'm going to see if someone sells replacements, because this isn't the first. My own Michael Kors handbag is exactly like this. It's all breaking at the top where you hold it or where it sits on your shoulder. And it also breaks right around here. You see it on this one, right near the buckle. So I guess it bends a lot there. I don't know. The production quality of this is not the best, but the rest of the bag is lovely. So I'm hoping I can sell it. We'll see. So I'm gonna, should I save these for last? I think I might. No, I'll save them. Okay. Look at that. I mean, is this just not like wonderful vintage or what? There's a whole stack of them, and they're these big bells for decorating for New Year's. I mean, are they the coolest or what? So these are, look at the back. I don't know, I guess that glitter or whatever they used to apply the glitter went through. But I didn't even count how many there are. I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to sell these. I don't know if I'll sell all the blue ones together. Now, that one was kind of orangey, but there's blue and then there's a red. But there is a true orange. Is there any other color? No, here's the red. Yeah, so they're nice. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ooh, there's a pink too. Yay. So I have about 12, it looks like. So I don't know, maybe they're not vintage. Maybe they're like, for all I know, they're from Oriental Trading or something. Who knows? So, but that whole package was 50 cents, so can't go wrong with that. I got this. I don't know how much it's going to sell for, but this is the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. It's called, I think, the Hogwarts Moon Skyline or something like that. And so this is just a pillowcase. But I thought it was really cool. I believe that it won't sell for a lot. Maybe $10, $12. But still, I mean, no, I don't like to sell things that are that low in price. Trying to walk away from that. But I'm sure these Happy New Year bells are also going to be like $10 for 2 or 4. Maybe I'll sell them in sets of 4 and put one of each color in. Yeah, it's not going to be a lot of money. I got these hankies for my kids and myself. I don't know. We go through so many tissues that I feel like it's not the most sanitary solution. If I could get them to use them properly, it would be great. But it would be, an alternative. Let's just put it that way. So I got those for personal use. These I'll get back to because they kind of go along with that. This was this packaged, and it's made in Italy as a scarf. I do believe it's silk. It wasn't marked silk, but I think I know the hand is silk, and I'm pretty sure this is silk. But it has like a very Versace type of feeling to it, to the design. So that should be good. I mean, it's not going to be great, again, because it's not a name brand. But the fact that it's made in Italy, that might sway things a bit. It is not hand-stitched on the edges. It's not a rolled hem. So it's certainly not vintage, obviously, from the packaging. But I could probably get, I'm thinking between $15 and $20 for this. I'm hoping. And then this I got because I thought it was beautiful. So it's like kind of a wrap scarf. And it's got this almost like a giraffe pattern in this really pretty aqua blue and tan stripes. Does it have I can't remember if it had. Oh, the only thing it has on it is just a little thing saying it's rayon. It's 20% silk and 80% viscose. So it's very pretty. And it's got a nice hand. God, that's an old product development term from my recent retail days, but that's like the feel of the fabric. So it's got a nice hand to it. I just thought it was really pretty, and I think someone will appreciate this wrap in the summer, the spring. So I'd have to get it listed quickly in order to take advantage of current selling, And then this scarf, I love picking up scarves. I don't know why, I just do. This one is really cool. It's got like maps and cool European stuff. It says Macintosh, New England. So I don't know what that is all about. Macintosh, New England. I have to look that up and see if there's anywhere like up in Maine, Massachusetts that's called Macintosh. But I don't think so. I'm thinking this must mean England because, what does this say? The portraiture of something. Captain John Smith. Oh, Captain John Smith. Isn't that the one with Pocahontas and all that gish gosh? So, I don't know. Maybe it has to do with that. So, I'll look into that. I'm not sure what brand it is or what, but. And then this was cool. This is a silk scarf, and it is a rolled hem. In case you haven't seen a hand stitch rolled hem, that's what it looks like. And this was really cool. It's almost like a 30s or 20s golfer lady. I don't know, can you see that? Yeah, I just thought it was really cool looking. And it's silk and it's hand rolled edge. So it's got a lot going for it in terms of saleability and details, features. So we'll see what happens. That I'm thinking probably around $20. And this I just got because I thought it was beautiful. Again, look at that. Isn't that pretty? Really pretty beadwork all along the border. It's like a nice little shawl piece. When I take pictures of this, I put it on the mannequin and I do it like this, so that's, let's see that. So that's like kind of draped around your neck and your shoulder. Sorry. you know, that's kind of how I put it on the mannequin so you can see it really nicely. You can see how it would be worn, you know. So I thought that was really, really pretty. This, how much will I get for this? I don't know. 20, maybe. Again, might be more like 15. With shipping prices being the way they are, you can't get away with less than like $6 shipping on really anything anymore. This is a Canon, like the Canon that makes the towels, like, you know, bath towels. But this is a kitchen towel, and it's beautiful quality. Looks like it was never, it feels like it was never washed or used. I do believe it's vintage, but I did see a stain on it. So maybe it hung out, but it didn't get used on dishes actually or something. Or I'm not sure, but there is a stain here, so I am going to have to throw it in the wash and see what happens. So it won't have that more crisp hand anymore, but I can at least clean it up and see if it will be saleable. If it is saleable, I saw 2 of them retail for $25. So one in, I might be able to get like 14 possibly if someone's looking to pair it with one they already have. And then this one I thought was a beautiful handbag. It is not, isn't that pretty? It's got grapes on it, kind of interesting. The bag is plain but has this tag on it that says Delia Q at DeliaQimports.com. So yeah, I just thought it was an adorable bag. It's in really beautiful condition. Looks like it's never been used. Even if I use it, I'm not sure. If it doesn't sell, I might use it. All I know is I've got tons of handbags that are on sale, you know, in my store. A few weeks ago, I ran for about 10 days. I ran 50% off all my handbags to move them, and I sold about 5 or 6 at really good deals. But I can't always do that. It did, I think, help just kind of boost my store a bit. So I had to continue to do that. I had to look. I'm going to probably run a sale on plush next. In fact, I wanted to start it this weekend. So I have to look at that when I'm done with this video. This is a GSI Outdoors. And this is like, you bring it when you go camping, and it's a coffee press. So look at that. Isn't that nice? So you just put the coffee in, pour the boiling water from your fire. You know, you put the water in a pan over the fire. Then you pour this in with the coffee, and you let it sit for a while. And then you press the grounds down, and it has a little spout, I think. Yeah, it's got a little spout here. I'm not sure where. You might have to turn the lid around a little bit for where the opening is. Yeah, see, there's an opening right there. So you align that with the spout, and then you can just pour your coffee out. So I thought that was a nice little camping thing. This probably will only go for about $15. Again, I'm supposed to stop picking up things that go for $15. As you can tell, I can't help myself. This is almost like a Thomas Kincaid, but it's not signed or marked Thomas Kincaid anywhere, but it's got that feeling to it. And it has a space for one of those lights that clip in and have the little flick switch on the cord. So it could turn on as a night light or just a decoration that lights up. And the light comes through the windows, and I think it also comes out the top here. So I'm looking forward to experimenting. Now I have to find one of those cords with the bulb on it. But I will look for that. I did see quite a few of these listed, different designs as well, and they were going for about $25. So I was safe on this one with my 25 and up guidelines. Where I got into trouble was when I went to the scarves, because typically scarves aren't going to sell for over $20 unless they have a name brand associated with them. This I looked up and I was quite surprised by this. This is a, was it Harvey Lewis? And it said Swarovski, what did it say? Elements. Not actual, like, I guess just those little, there are like little specks right here that could be crystal. And, but I did see that this has an $8 label on the back. But I did see that this is sold for about $20 to $24. So I didn't think it would, but it's new in box, so I figured I would take a shot with it. And I picked up this beautiful vintage painted wood trinket box. I am just a fool for these old trinket boxes. I love hand paint. I mean, that is just the sweetest. And the little knob was in the bowl, so all I need to do is glue it in. You know, it actually sticks pretty nicely without glue, but I will glue it in just so it stays. But look how adorable that is. Isn't that sweet? I think this will probably sell for about 20 to 25. I'll put this over here because I need to repair it. Next, personal use. Maybe not for me, maybe for my son. Ugh. So it's like a tension, you know, exercise thing to build up arm strength. I probably could use it, you know. I mean, I certainly could use some workout on my arms and get rid of the underarm flab. All right, so that goes with personal. And I got this little, so this is like a little notebook that you put in your handbag, and it has the pencil with it, and then you just put the pencil closes. I actually bought a little pen version of this at a little gift shop down at the beach in New Jersey in Cape May, and it cost me like $10. But this is a Lions Club one. Can you see the Lions Club symbol on there? So I have a feeling this will go for more. I have a feeling this will probably going to be like 15. But yeah, I thought it was kind of cool, so I picked it up. Gotta stop doing that. Gotta stop doing that. All right. Let's see. What can I get out here? Some things are stuck in there. So I saw 2 of these, and look at this. So this is new in box. Can you tell that box is from like the 60s or 70s? I'm assuming 70s, early 70s for sure. And this World of Wood by Barclay. And it's just like a little shelf unit. You see a picture of it all completed here, but it's in 3 pieces. And these, I've got 2 of them, and they will sell for about $25 a piece. At least, possibly a little more, because they're new in box. So yeah, 2 of them. How about that? Uh-oh, it says no hardware on a little, there's a little piece of masking tape here. So I guess there's no hardware included, but that can't be that difficult, she says. I assume there are instructions about, or a label that will say what size was included with it so that someone could go and get a replacement. Isn't that cool? Okay, it's not a blow mold. When I did a Google Lens, it kept coming up with blow mold Santa faces, but it's not a blow mold. It's ceramic. I just thought it was really neat. It's made in China, but I just thought it was really cool. So I think someone will really like it. Again, probably $12 or $15. Nothing to write home about in terms of the price. Okay, keep going, Tina. All right. This really intrigued me. So it's this little thing, this little wood thing. And then this piece pushes out and goes like this. And it's got like a little pad on the side, which I wasn't sure what that was for. And this is a truly very, very magnifying mirror. Like when I held this up to my face, it magnified like the corner of my eye. It was, yeah, it was pretty powerful. So when I did a Google Lens search on it, and to my surprise, a lot of them quite a few of them came up. And it came up as a disc cleaner. So it back in the day when people used turntables a lot. This was to clean this little thing right here. I guess was to clean the record. I guess you ran it around the record, or maybe to clean, it might have been to clean the needle. And then this little mirror was supposed to be to look at the needle and see if it needed some cleaning or whatever. That's what it was for. So, and these have sold for like $12 to $15 online, these little things. And these I picked up 4 of these, and they're basically fence post caps, like finials. So there's 4 of them, so they could be for a staircase or for fence posts. And yeah, they're not that exciting, but they're solid wood and they're nicely done. So they will sell either for just a, like if you put some sandpaper to this and what do I want to call it, distress it, it would make a nice little like decor item, like on a grouping on a foyer table or a shelf or something. But it could also just be for real use. So these, I think a pair of these will go for about $25. So that's the way I'm going to sell them, as a pair. And I have 2 pair. 1, 2. And coming right up is a cool dictionary. And I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this yet. I did not look it up. It says Funk and Wagnall's Concise Standard Dictionary. Someone had their name written on it here. And this also says Metallographic Department, Helen I. McHugh, Main Lab, Bethlehem Steel Company, Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. So that's really kind of cool. And a little bit of history there, where it lived for a while, where it lived. And then on here, it has all the publication years. So the latest year on there was 1939. This is copyright 1940. One of the reasons I picked this up, I tend to get into arts and crafts projects sometimes things to sell. And what a surprise. I know you're all surprised by that. And I do have another kind of dictionary that had cool pictures in it. I thought, oh, this would be great for decoupaging. Well, guess what? This is kind of the same thing. Look at those doggies. There are some really, really cool illustrations in here. Let me find another good page. I mean, there's ones throughout, but then in some circumstances, there's like like the dog one, there's a whole page of like a variety. Oh, now I'm not going to be able to find another one. All right, Tina, come on, find another one. Here we go. What was that one? Here, plants. All right, they're just really cool. And the pages with the definitions on them with the images, also totally cool. I mean, totally cool. So I thought these would be great for decoupaging. Now I just have to find a cool decoupage project. Maybe a table, or I don't know what, a frame. Frame might be nice. Oh, look at the birds. Look at that. Very cool. Yeah, so, oh, I'll find a use. Anyway, that is, of course, providing this doesn't sell by itself for like $50. If that's the case, then I'll just sell this. But I'm kind of doubtful of that. Books aren't always as big as some people think they are. They're just not. Over there. Okay. This is for my use for eBay. So this is to help me with lighting when I'm taking pictures. Because I have a light box, but what that tends to do is give downward light, and there's nothing giving forward light. So I could really use one of these. So that's personal use. And this, I need some help on. So I love it. It is, can you see those there's like bees and like their flying pattern path or whatever on there, and these little shelf units. This was a Lenox Winnie the Pooh display mirror thing. And at the top here was like a pewter or metal beehive. And it's missing the beehive. But I couldn't pass it up for 50 cents. I figured maybe I could get something else to put up top there. Maybe I'll be able to find a Winnie the Pooh pin or even a beehive pin that I could put on there as a replacement. And I could just put on the listing, decoration on the top has been added or something. But I just thought it was really too cool to pass up for 50 cents. So I snagged it. It even has the Disney label on the bottom. And what else did I get? 3 more things in here, and then I have those things in the ball box to show you. So this I got personal use. It's a do-it-yourself quartz clock movement. So I've often looked at things and said to myself, hey, that would make a cool clock. But I've never gone out to get one of these kits. So I figured for 50 cents, I would just pick it up. And next time I get that inspiration to make a wall clock out of something, like I just saw recently, who was saying this? This would be a really cool idea. Would be to make one out of an album. That would be really neat. Like, it would be a waste of a white album, right? Sacrilege to my husband who loves the Beatles. But, something. There's got to be a way. Got to be used. There's always something that you can make a clock out of. So I'm holding on to it for that purpose. When that circumstance comes, I will have to find it. God knows where it will end up. All right, this needs a lot of cleaning, but I have sold one of these before. So there's like a little candle lamp in there. And you plug it in. It's got the little wheel on and off switch. And it's a pretty recent plug because it's got the grounding thing. So it's not old. It might be vintage. It might be like circa mid to late 80s, possibly. But it's nice because it's that maroon color, which is nice in a country decor. And like I said, I have sold these before. I think about $20 is probably a selling point on that. And this I got for those people who are into primitive decor. I got this. I know these sell in those shops that sell a lot of primitive stuff. And just with the cool little silicone light bulb. And although I hope it works, I hope the whole thing works. I haven't tested it. But again, 50 cents, it was worth a shot. So I'll have to test those 2 things. Okay, let me show you this box now. Okay, so this box has my special pieces. My special pieces. All right, first I will show you this little, I had gotten another White House ornament And the White House ornaments don't sell for that much. So I picked this one up thinking, oh, I'll put that in with the other one and then maybe sell them as a pair. I think the other one cost me $1 at a different sale, and this one cost me 50 cents. So $1.50 in, and I could probably sell for the pair for $30 to $35. Okay, there are Christmas ornaments in here, but I'm going to do those last. Let me show you. Well, let me show you this little girl. Isn't she sweet? Oh, when I looked her up, she's not worth a whole lot. But I thought so much detail went into her that I thought she would be worth a lot more than she is. Look at that. And even her little dress is hand painted. And she's got little, skirt and bloomers on. The detail is certainly there. And she's, I think, Austrian. The little flower wreath. I mean, it's just sweet. So I saw these listed anywhere from $15 up to like $35 or $40. My guess is I'll get between $15 and $20. I'm sorry, I'm stifling yawns because I've been up since 6:30. Okay. Next. So I don't know if you've heard of George Briard, but it's a designer that did a lot of designs for glassware and silverware in the mid-century, like in the 60s mostly. And a lot of this gold, there were a lot of gold line drawings and stuff. And it would be on a cheese plate tile or on a glass serving dish or on barware glasses. So this is a beautiful cup and saucer. This was named Imperial Malachite, and there's the George Briard signature. And what does it say on this one? It says, a precious jade-like, I don't know, universal, I don't know, a favorite of royalty and famous court designers circa the 13th century. Interesting. So, Imperial Malachite. This can sell for about $35. And this one is also a George Briard. This one was called Versailles d'Or. So, gold. Versailles gold. Adaptation of something, I don't know, I can't read it. It's in script, and I don't want to take the time to really do that in front of you, but isn't that beautiful? So this is George Briard as well. Again, you can see the signature at the bottom. Look for that signature because his stuff normally does command a pretty decent price. This one I think goes for about $25. And then there's this one, which is a Bavarian brand, B&T. And this one I got because the whole interior of the cup is gold. And this I think will sell for about $20 to $25 as well. Look at that beautiful gold band. Can you see that? It's impressed. Not only does it have gold, but it's like impressed. It's so pretty. Really delicate, really lovely, lovely piece. Not a chip on it. Let's hope it stays that way. Okay. That's it for teacups. One more hand-painted thing, and then I'll show you the ornaments. So this, it looks like actually it's a little crooked. Doesn't it look a little crooked? I'm not sure. But look how beautiful that is. Sorry, my fingers are all over it. This is hand-painted and has all that applied glitter. I think it's hand-painted. And I assume you're supposed to put this on a light fixture of some sort so that this is a shade. But I think when I take pictures of it, I'm also just going to sit it down and put a tea light inside it so that it glows through and glows up. I just thought it was so pretty. I didn't see anything like it when I did a Google Lens, when I looked on eBay. I'm sure this is probably a famous castle somewhere in Germany, I'm assuming. So it's just lovely. So I'm going to look into that a little bit further. I'm going to put it over here. I have to look into it. All right. So then I came across all these cool ornaments. And they have these little labels on them. This one had this label on it. Look at that. Isn't that cool? It's wood. This one's jointed and does a little dance. Now, whoever owned it marked their initials on the back, which is unfortunate. But it has this label on it, Kathe's Original. And this is oh, sorry. Can you see it? And it has the name Kathe Wohlfahrt. And that's WOHLF. Is it Gart or Heart? I think it might be Heart. HA. Can I read it? Oh, here. WOHLFAHRT. So this one apparently retailed for $22.95. So he goes for about the same right now. So that's one. Then I found this one, a chimney sweep. And he, I think, sold for about $45. Isn't he cool? Look at him. He is flat. Okay, and then we have this one this one also had the tag. This one's called a Bavarian heart, and they have a Bavarian heart with different things inside it. But I noticed after I got in the car that there was probably something glued here. And when I looked at the other Bavarian hearts, there's a sun here. So it's a sun on one side and a cloud on the other. So I'm not sure if I'll be able to sell this one or not, unfortunately. But this would, again, also be about $18 to $22. Okay, so I also had this one. And I thought, oh, he's kind of cool, but he hangs on his side, which is odd. No, so it hangs like this. But I looked at him and I'm like, he really looks like the other ornaments. And then I looked at the back and you could say that this was layered. Different ornaments were layered here. So what they did was the previous person, can you see that? That's another ornament there, a slice. So what they did was they took this Kathe Wohlfahrt ornament, which is valuable, and glued it to other ornaments to make their own little creation. So I am going to try to separate it because I think this guy on his own could be worth a decent amount of money because unlike the other ones, he's three-dimensional. So I think he could be worth about $25 to $30 if I can get him off. So that's one. Okay, so those are the ones that were labeled with that maker. And this one looks like it might also be labeled, but it doesn't have a little tree thing. But it looks like it also might be labeled. It looks like very same style, right? And look how intact she is. And initially I got her because I'm planning on making a wreath. I don't know if you've seen them, but they, on eBay, if you look up, I don't know, ornament wreath, I think it's called. Christmas ornament wreath. There are people that make these wreaths that just are loaded with like these little vintage ornament things. a lot of the wood ones, but also other things. And I thought, oh, that'd be really cool to make. Now, some people try to sell them for like way humongo money, but I don't care. It would be kind of fun. Not that I need another project, but I started collecting some of these ornaments. I figured if it came down to it and I didn't make it, I would just sell the whole lot of ornaments. But so I initially got her for that. But if she retails for like, if she resells for between 15 and 20, I'll just sell her. She'll go on the block. And I'm going to show you these other ones I got that are similar in style, so I have to look them up. I did not have a time to Google image them, but look at that. That is very similar in style. I think this is another Kathe Wohlfahrt. So I have to look that one up. Look at her little star on her thing, her tiara. She's got a little star up there. You see it? All right, super cute. All right, so I'm gonna look that one up. And I got this one, but this one's missing some paint. Also, I think might be a Kathe Wohlfahrt. Wohlfahrt, however you pronounce her name. Look, this is so funny. A little hiney sticking out. But isn't that the cutest thing? Oh, he spins around. I don't think he's intended to spin around. So I'm going to look that one up too and see if that's a Kathe W. Let's call her Kathe W. This one I got for the, oh, he's missing one of his little giraffe horns. His horns are huge. I think I might just take it off the other one. And it doesn't, it's not spotted like a giraffe is spotted. It's like a little bizarre. So this one I got for the wreath, but I might look them up just in case. I don't think it's a Kathe, but no, in fact, it says made in China on the bottom. And then these are non-German specific, but this is like a 3D Christmas metal hot air balloon with a little propeller on it. This, I looked it up. I Google Lens this. This sells for about 16 to 20, I think. And I got this because it's cool. And these these ones that I'm showing you now, I got in a whole little baggie. So they gave me the whole baggie for $1. The Kathe W ones, I paid 50 cents a piece for those. Because I knew they were worth it. So it's a church, for God's sake. All right. This, I'm not sure what material it is. It looks like cloisonne. So cloisonne is metal normally. But I just thought it was really sweet. And I know hummingbirds sell. That hummingbird beak is especially long though. But I think it might be cloisonne. Or maybe just painted metal to look like cloisonne. I'm not sure. I'll probably just put cloisonne with a question mark when I list it. I don't know how much that will sell for. And then this is another German ornament, but this one's metal. This one is really sweet too. Look at how precious. And this one I think will sell for about $20 to $25, if not a little more. So those are the finds from the church sale. And I spent a total of, you ready? $22 on all that you just saw. Then I went to Goodwill, where it's always quite another story. And I bought this Ralph Lauren. It's a set, cosmetic bags for $5. It's possible that this set can go for about $30. Possible. I don't know. Some sets go for $59 and some go for $15. It just depends on the pattern and possibly the condition. The one set I saw that went for $59 also included one of those taller bigger cosmetic bags that zip around the top, and the lid, it opens like a lid, like a basket almost. So, and it's nice. These are marked Lauren on the tabs, on the pull tabs. Okay, you see that? You can see that, but they're stamped Lauren on the tags, so they're nice. And I got a little bonus. This was tucked in. Okay, don't ask me. I did look it up, and these are a thing, but a thing that doesn't really sell, but that people make. It's just like a little resin with dried flowers in it. This one has butterfly wings in it. Bizarre, right? People make these. Go figure. All right, so that's all for my video today. Sorry it was long, but there was a lot of stuff. I hope you enjoyed it. See you next time. Happy hunting, everyone.